Hey guys, I'm Andres Erickson.
And I'm James Erickson, and welcome back to... 2 years ago, it was confirmed that Sony has the rights to make a Mario movie. I guess the rights from Nintendo, is that what you said?
Yes, they made a deal.
Now that they have the rights to make a Mario movie, there really hasn't been any talk about an actual Mario movie being made, but now that the rights are there, now that there's a possibility of a Mario movie to be made in the future, we thought we would kind of go over ideas of how a Mario movie could be made and what kind of things that perhaps they need to avoid when they're making a movie like this, because there have been many video game movies made in the past.
None of them are
particularly
good.
great.
Literally zero of them are like even close to being any kind of critically acclaimed or anything.
I know. What did that last Assassin's Creed movie get?
Bad reviews.
Oh gosh, I was so hoping it would do good.
I did too, but
the advertising and everything.
I knew it wouldn't. I thought World of Warcraft could be, or Warcraft the movie might be decent, and then Assassin's Creed I was hoping, but nope. They didn't surprise anybody with how bad they were. I mean, I guess fans enjoyed them.
If they're gonna make a movie based off of a video game, obviously it should be adored by the fans, but I think people who don't normally play video games should also very much appreciate it because it's a movie.
Yeah, it should be a good movie on its own too, and there's no reason that it shouldn't be.
Okay, let's get cracking. So we're gonna discuss our ideas for what could make a good Mario movie, and because of Breath of the Wild being so wild recently, we'll also talk about what could somebody do to make a really good Zelda movie.
Yes.
The Legend of Zelda movie, not Breath of the Wild, but just The Legend of Zelda in general.
Yeah, just for fun real quick, while we're on it, what are your 10-second thoughts on Breath of the Wild right now, since I can't play it?
Yes, I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild. My 10-second review of the game would be, this is the best Zelda I've ever played and one of the best games I've ever played.
Dang.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'm so excited to play.
Anyway, I've thought of a lot of different ways of how they could make a good Mario movie. One of the things I was considering was, what if they didn't have voice acting? What if they made a Mario movie where there wasn't voice acting, like maybe only for Peach and Bowser, but what if they made a Mario movie where Mario never said a word? They would, maybe they would have to avoid scenes where Mario's by himself a lot, but maybe they wouldn't have to do that.
I think that could work. We could just see the emotion on his face and through the music and through what he's doing. I mean, there's a lot of silent films out there, and people don't say anything.
That's
and just
true.
Even modern silent films like WALL-E. Oh my gosh, WALL-E's a perfect example. Like the first half an hour or more of WALL-E, nobody talks, and we like WALL-E, and we understand what he's doing, and we care about him, and he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It is possible. So this is what I was thinking. I kind of have a specific idea, but also not that specific. I think that could work too if Mario didn't actually talk that much. If he did say things here and there, but if the people around him were talking, but they acknowledged the fact that he didn't say much and it was kind of part of his character. It does have to be animated. I should say that. I want an animated Mario movie, not a live action Mario movie. They already tried that and it was stupid.
Oh my gosh, dumbest movie ever. Yeah. But there was a lot of reasons why it was dumb, but we won't get into those.
You can't make a movie about the Mario that we know and love with real people. It's just not going to be the same. So I just think it has to be animated, and I think most people would agree. Anyway, I think it'd be fun, obviously, to follow the Mario Bros. But it would start out with a regular situation that we're used to, like Bowser kidnaps Peach, and it's kind of just like an action-packed beginning of the movie, and they go save Peach. It's like, oh, that's what we come to expect. Yeah, fun. And it's like, yay, we're watching a Mario movie, and you get to watch all this stuff. Aw, yeah. And then it happens, and he saves her, and then they're kind of just back. I thought it'd be cool to kind of like introduce like a greater threat than Bowser that kind of comes into the Mushroom Kingdom, somehow takes over Mushroom Kingdom, and like kicks Mario and Luigi and Bowser out, and maybe Peach, maybe not. I haven't decided, because nowadays nobody wants a princess who just gets kidnapped and does nothing. I feel like that wouldn't go over well with most audiences. So she could, I was thinking, just to flesh out these characters more now that's in a movie, she could go along with them and kind of learn to fend for herself while she's with them and just be her own character as well. But I thought it'd be fun to watch like Bowser team up with Mario and Luigi, not be all friendly with them, but team up because he has to, and they kind of work to go through these places to get back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and take back their home together. and I thought that would be really cool, and Toad could be a silly little character too. And I thought it'd be funny just to kind of also like touch on the fact that Peach and Mario never really talk to each other that much. Like they would actually get to know each other on this journey, which would be funny. And Bowser could be sort of a comedic relief too. I mean, obviously it would be comedic and like colorful and fun, but it, like also maybe like the lessons learned in the end can be relevant and like realistic, I guess, and serious in a sense. But
and I think looking at something like Subspace Emissary, because it was kind of reminding me of that, because in the end it wasn't Bowser and Ganon, it was actually Taboo. Like if they made a movie out of Subspace Emissary and there wasn't a lot of talking, just a lot of action and a lot of things going on. Yeah. But make sure there's a balance in dynamics. I would watch that, and I think I would enjoy that. I wonder if that is what people are getting wrong with video game movies. I don't know. I wonder if what they're getting wrong is there is too much talking, because there's not a lot of talking in video games. Like
I think that is a big part of it. I think that's what I heard with Assassin's Creed 2, is there's just so much information they're putting in, and it's like, oh my gosh, an overload of like stuff and words, and it just doesn't add up and doesn't make sense. And that's what a lot of these things get wrong, where they should just relax. They don't have to shove everything into it. Just let us enjoy the characters and their world, and just simplify it, but also be important, I guess. Make it feel like it has worth and weight. Yeah, it makes me think that video game movies, I don't know, maybe it would be better if some video game movies, maybe specifically Mario movies, shouldn't feel like other animated movies. Maybe it would have its own genre, like where they don't actually talk that much, and there is a lot more action, and you get to know the plot not by people talking about the plot, but by you observing what's going on, and maybe like interaction from the audience in that way would be better. They just need writers and directors who are passionate about video games but also film, and can mesh the two well, because you can say a lot without actually saying anything. But I mean, movies like Assassin's Creed, obviously their characters talk, so it would make more sense to have them talk. You just have to do it right.
Right. I think it depends on the video game, because if a movie was made out of Overwatch, I think there would be a lot of talking, because of the cinematic trailers. There's a lot of talking, and I think if they made a movie out of Overwatch, I think that movie would fit in well with other just regular action-packed movies.
So yeah. Now we want to talk about Zelda. First of all, I think I prefer an animated Zelda movie as well. I think a live action would work better than a live action of Mario would, but I still think I would rather have a nicely polished animated version of Zelda. So not as cartoony as Mario, but still animated. I think the plots from the games are good, so I think they could go off of those, maybe mix some together, or just kind of use it as a spine. But I don't have any original concepts or anything, but I think I would love a Zelda movie to be darker. Mario, I think, would obviously be more colorful. Obviously, Subspace Emissary is awesome, but I think as just a Mario movie, it probably shouldn't be that dark as much as I personally would like that. Right. But I think Zelda could do that, and I think they could do it really well, and they can make it all stylish and cool with the visuals.
Yeah, I agree. That would be. I think that would be the better way to go, is to make it darker.
Do you remember the video they had for like what a Zelda game could look like on the Wii U, where he fought that giant spider? That looked really good. Even if it was the same kind of animation style as that, I think that would be like awesome.
I mean, I feel like after playing through, I don't know if I'm halfway or most of the way to the end of the story here in Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I won't give away any spoilers, obviously, because you haven't played. But seeing how they're going about the story in Breath of the Wild, and they're giving more personality to the characters than I've ever seen in other Zelda games. I don't know, if they made an animated Legend of Zelda, and I think it would be good if they were going to make a Legend of Zelda movie. It would be good for them to have their own story, to be completely different, not completely different, but different than the video games. Like, don't go exactly off the plots of any of the video games, because I think that may make it feel dull. But I think because of what they're doing with some of the stuff in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you could see a movie, the potential of a good movie if they were trying to make one, I guess. Well, those are some of our thoughts on movies for Mario and Zelda. Those are some things that I would like to see in the future. I think they would be really cool if they could pump out a good Mario movie and a good Zelda movie. I think video games are becoming a lot more mainstream. I think that may be the next logical step in the future, is making a movie out of Mario or Zelda. So
hopefully we'll get a good Mario one in the next 5 years, or at least I'll start planning one. Anyway, moving on to reading viewer comments.
Oh geez. In our last video, we discussed Super Smash Brothers characters for the Switch. Smash characters we would like to see in, Smash characters we think we will actually see in it. If we do get one, which it sounds like we may be getting one for real.
Yeah, there's rumors or stuff about it now.
And then we also discussed what features or characters that we wanted to take out of Smash. And then we asked you what character you would like to see taken out of Smash and why. So we're going to read your comments just for funsies. Don't kill each other and say, oh my gosh, you moron, you want to take him out, kill yourself.
Monkey Man says, as for one character I would take away, I think Dark Pit is the most unnecessary character in the game as of right now. He has 3 differences from normal Pit and could easily just be an alt costume for Pit or taken out altogether. I like Dark Pit, but I actually do agree.
I see what you're saying, Monkey Man, and you're probably right. Unfortunately for me, I've grown to like Dark Pit over Pit. Yeah. His character and what he looks like and how he feels, I guess. So I would like him to stay, but I think what you're saying is
makes sense.
You've got a good thing going there, Monkey Man.
Night Shadow /Tony says, I would kill Lucina and Roy because too many Fire Emblem characters. Maybe Bayonetta just because I don't like her and she seems like an odd one to NE like Snake did in Brawl. I don't know what that means.
Well, Bayonetta's Nintendo. Snake's not Nintendo.
I do think Bayonetta, well, because you don't like her. I'm very salty against Bayonetta too, so I definitely understand that, but I do think she's very unique. Lucina, I do kind of agree, and Roy, I like Roy, so... But they do have a lot of Fire Emblem characters, and actually a lot of you guys said that. The Sloan Ranger.
The Sloan Ranger.
Says, Dr. Mario, Dark Pit, both characters are just remodels of the original and are taking up slots for people who would be new, unique characters. I agree. Even though I love Dr. Mario, and I used to play him all the time in Melee.
I know, I want to keep him just for nostalgia purposes.
Exactly. Like, I personally would love to keep him, but realistically, he is taking up room for a completely different character that could be there. Someone says... I actually don't agree with this, but it's your opinion. Donnie Cusick says, please, for heaven's sake, kill off Ness already. Fill his spot with someone who should have been in from Generation 1. A Nintendo marketing legend, wielder of a NES controller and zapper. He freezes time, he cracks wise, he's Captain N, the Game Master. I don't remember who that is, but I think Ness deserves his place here.
I have nothing to say about Ness. He's always been there since the beginning, so I say he belongs in Smash.
JP Skillet says, I think they should kill off Robin. Completely unnecessary and not dank enough to be worth the spot.
I completely disagree with that because I very much enjoy Robin, and I think Robin is very unique.
Unsteady Turtle says, take out Lucina, she is a bad Marth.
Yeah, just make her a skin, dude. What the heck? That's what they should have done.
Gallo Glass says, of all the characters, I would take out Cloud because his only appearance in a Nintendo console was a cameo of another crossover game. At least with Snake, he had an original game on the NES and a remaster game on the GameCube.
I mean, I honestly have nothing to say about that because
it's a good point.
I have no reason to keep Cloud in except that I just like using him, so.
Vrokorta C says, I'd get rid of Bayonetta or Zirasu Samus. I never play as them. I'll never buy Bayonetta, and they seem like they're in the game partially for fan service, and I don't support that.
Aren't most of the characters in the game for fan service? Like, that's why Sonic's in the game. I see what you're saying, though, because they're very sexualized, and this is the first time, at least, I have ever seen them over-sexualize characters in a E-rated Nintendo game, I guess.
Brandon Lowry says, what a masterpiece. Thanks, Brandon.
Wow. Brandon.
I just wanted to shout you out.
The queen.
PK Starstorm /Kaylee says, I would probably take out, like other people said, Dark Pit or Lucina or Sonic. Not because I hate him with a burning passion, but mostly because his moves are stolen from other characters or in a ball. And I just really hate Sonic in Smash. Well, I think Sonic deserves a place also, but I also hate playing Sonic.
He
I'm
stole
very
moves
salty
from other
against him.
characters. Like,
Yeah, I don't. Maybe from other characters in Sonic. I'm not sure.
I love that Sonic's in the game, and I just love being him. I think it's because he just runs really fast. Sonic fast.
She says, also, I've been sending you replays for the for Play of the Week. Have you seen it? I'm just curious. I actually haven't seen them yet. So, Kaylee, I
Maybe
would
she's
love
been
to see
sending
them.
them to me.
you need to be
I
sending them to
wonder.
ericksongamingthings@gmail.com. And I'll
Well,
put that
if
in the
they're
end as well.
if they're Super Smash Brothers replays, they can't.
Oh, if they're Super
to
Smash Bros. Replays, just email us on the email I just said and let us know so that we see it.
Yeah,
and we can
that
check
actually that's a good thing because I never check replays in my Super Smash Brothers vault because people
Me
on my
neither.
friends list are always spamming sending me replays. I guess I'm
Yeah.
being spammed all the time. So
No, me
if,
too.
If you sent us a replay to our Miiverse or whatever the crap, email us at ericksongamingthings@gmail.com and tell us, hey, I put a replay on Super Smash Brothers.
it. Just
We'll
like
go
that.
check it out. Yep.
All right, well, that's all the ones we got time for this week. The question that we have for you guys for this week that we will share on next episode or share the responses on next episode is we want you to give us a quick synopsis, like 1 to 3 sentences for a Mario or Zelda movie. Either one. And we'll read our favorites and the interesting ones or the funny ones, and yeah. And now, here is this week's Play of the Week. So that was blank playing blank, because again, we haven't picked it yet, just because of issues and problems, and that's okay, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, if you want to send your plays, you can send them to ericksongamingthings@gmail.com. We also have a channel on Discord. If you've joined our Discord server, we'll leave a link to that in the description, and so you can just post links or videos there if you want.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry again that we've been lacking on videos. Andres just has been pretty much busy almost every day, right?
Yes, no, I really have. Stay in school, kids. Ha ha. That doesn't make
LOL.
sense because I'm in school. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Peace.